Nemzzz has made a massive impact on the UK industry. His songs are reaching crazy amounts of views, and he has even recently collaborated with Central C. Now, today I am going to show you how you can easily make them yourself in Logic. After this video, you'll be able to make beats that rack up a lot of views, and the best thing is you won't have to pay for any plugins or drum kits. Now, once you are in Logic, you'll have to pick a good sounding instrument. We're gonna need a piano, so let's grab one from the stock library. In my opinion, all of them sound pretty cool, but I'm going to choose the concert grand piano. Now I'm going to craft a couple of chord progressions. If you're not familiar with the scales, then set the scale in here. So first draw in a note and then just select the key, and if it's a minor or a major scale. For this beat, I'm gonna go with A sharp minor. So now I'm just gonna work in the scale and see what sounds good. I'm gonna play with the half steps because they make it feel a lot darker. I just want to pitch this chord down 1 octave. To do that, you press Command A to select everything and then Shift and down. So as I said, just see what sounds good and stay in the scales, then you're gonna be fine. So this is how my piano melody is sounding right now. Now, before we're gonna make it sound more like it's played from an actual human, I'm gonna set the BPM to around 155, because that's where most Hoodtrap beats are in. And I'm even gonna double the speed by clicking right here. To humanize the melody, you gotta do the same thing. Click on MIDI transform and then humanize. And then when you're done, just hit enter. I'm also gonna move the notes manually off grid just so it feels even more human. Now let's add a top layer and again, move the notes manually just so you don't have to do that later. Okay, so that's how my melody is sounding right now. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add the free plugin, OCS 45 to the melody. The link is in the description, and these are the settings that I'm using. You can play around with them if you like. But now listen to the melody with the effect. It just took out the lows and added the cassette effect, which is exactly what I want. I think it's time to add a new instrument. I'm gonna use the full strings from the stock library. Now in the strings, I'm gonna draw in the half steps from my piano melody, just like these two right here. Just copy the whole thing and then add the same notes, 1 octave lower and 1 octave higher. That does sound pretty good. Now, before I'm gonna add a vocal, I'm just gonna slap some effects on our melody. So to do that, I'm just gonna add a track stack. This just automatically sends the sounds to a bus and helps you with the structure. You just gotta drag the strings into the stack. So now I just added some Cinematics Origin, which of course is a free plugin, and the link is in the description. Okay, so now it's finally time for the vocals. I took one from Splice, but you can get them from where you want. I always search for something like jazz or soul vocals. Now, once you have your sample loaded up, you have to stretch your sample so that it is in the same tempo as the rest of your melody. You do that by clicking this icon up here, and then you click on there where it says monophonic, and you select polyphonic. Then you hover over this audio region, and you drag the sample across till it's on the 16th bar. So this one right here. I'm gonna add a couple of effects to the vocal because it sounds pretty dry right now, not gonna lie. So Chroma Reverb is a good plugin for reverb. I'm just playing around a bit with the settings. And now I'm gonna drag the vocal into the track stack just so it's also affected by the plugins we got on there. Let me quickly show you my new kit. It's a preview of the kit that I'm working on right now, and it's gonna contain all the sounds you need to produce drill music. It's free, and don't worry, the full version will also be free. You can download it with the link in the description. It's finally time for some hard drums. The first thing we need is a snare to get the Hoodtrap bounce going. Now to add it into the sampler, just drag it from your Finder window into Logic and select Quick Sampler. We're just gonna go for the standard Hoodtrap bounce, which goes like this. You could make it more complex, but I want this beat to be simple, so I'm gonna leave it with that. Now I'm just gonna add some stereo delay. And now let's hop over to my kit and grab a stomp. This one right here will surely fit the beat. But before we create a pattern for it, let's just quickly add a expander to the master. So the expander is just like a cool audio tool that helps control the dynamics of your sound. Think of it like a volume gate. It makes quiet sounds even quieter and lets the louder sounds shine through. In FL Studio, you would use something like the soft clipper. So here we have it. I'll leave it on default, and now let's add the stomp. That's enough for the stomp. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab a counter snare. Yeah, that one's good enough. I'm just giving it a kind of drill bounce. You don't have to do that, but it makes it more unique. The next thing I'll add is a bass. Make sure your bass is in classic mode and set the polyphony on 1. I am just going to add some glide, and it's right here. Now let's add some perk, and I know this right here looks pretty sad, but in the full version, there's gonna be a lot more. Now let's add this triangle right here. I just simply added some stereo delay. Now what I want to add is an open hat, but I forgot to make one, so we're going to use one from Logic. Just type open hat, and I'm going to choose the 808 flex one. I'm just going to keep it simple and repetitive. Now I'm gonna add these two snaps. I panned one to the right and the other one to the left, just so it makes this cool stereo effect. So I like how the beat is sounding right now, and I'm just gonna arrange it and then give it a final listen. But before we give it our final listen, I wanna thank you for watching this far. I hope you enjoyed my video, and as you probably can see, I'm just starting out with YouTube, so I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. Also, feel free to give me some advice in the comments, and yeah, let's give it a listen. Okay, so this is my final beat. If you wonder what plugin this is, it's Kickstart 2, and it makes this duck effect. The link is in the description.